Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Guys, welcome back to Construct Your Life. This is Austin Linney here with your Friday Rant. What we're going to talk today about is, I think, one of the most important words for yourself. For yourself. And that word is grace. Okay? When we're growing, when we are changing, when we are doing the work, when we are leveling up, when we are doing all these things that we're trying to do to get better, to chase that 1%, there's a lot of stories that I hear from people as I talk to them all week about my boss feels this way, my spouse feels this way, blah, 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 so on and so on. And I challenge them. And the first thing I say is, did they say that to you directly? Well, no, they didn't. Okay, if they didn't say that to you directly, where is that story coming from? I'm going to give you a hint. It's not them. Folks, the pressure you feel, the anxiety that you feel, the uneasiness that you feel is you. And so you have to give yourself grace. If you are trying to lose weight and you treated your body like shit for 20 years, like I did, it's not going to happen overnight. Me losing this weight is a 2.5-year odyssey. And then I'm probably more like 2 or 3 years away from where I truly want to be. But what I did is I threw out the scale. I gave myself grace, and I adopted a lifestyle that was a healthy person. And I got married to the process and divorced from the results. But we don't allow ourselves to do that because we're supposed to be perfect. You didn't know that? You didn't know that we were supposed to be perfect? God, what have you been doing all your life? You're supposed to be perfect. Love the life that you have while you're building the one that you want. Guys, I'm just as guilty of this. I have adopted this mentality that I got to press and press and press. And what I've worked on and cultivated is to allow myself the room to make mistakes. But you paint yourself in this box and you put yourself in this corner so you don't have any option but to fail. And if you don't give yourself any grace, you are going to trip yourself up over and over and over again. And until you back up off yourself, that's right, I said yourself, not your boss, not your spouse, not your brother, not your sister, till you back up off your own self. And to be honest with you, until you laugh at yourself about how ridiculous you're being to think that you should be perfect, and the stories that you create on the back of that, you'll never let yourself breathe. When you walk into a room and you see somebody and they're walking with this like sense of confidence or whatever, it's because they don't take themselves so damn seriously. You know, you have a lot of successful people, right? You talk to them every day. I have podcasts. They cultivate this mindset where they're allowed to make mistakes. How else would we get better? But we squeeze and we push and we rail up against any ability for us as a human being to grow. Started a podcast day one. Got to be perfect. Got to be perfect. Your lighting's off. You're this, you're that. Oh my God, what are they going to say? Blah, 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 blah. Enough. Enough. I've had enough. And so I'm going to deem myself moving forward as the grace police. And I'm not going to say anything else, but I'm going to say grace. And not like we're eating at the dinner table. Boys and girls, get out of your own fucking way. The only person holding you back in this world is you. And until you back the fuck up off yourself and give yourself some grace, you will continue to be right where you are. And so I want you to give yourself a little grace and then say grace at Thanksgiving, because that's important. But guys, breathe. Take a pill. Just shh. I'm saying this advice to myself too. Give yourself the freedom of growth. Because with growth, you can create whatever you want. But it's not until we back up off ourselves and give ourselves a second that we allow the space for growth. I hope you got some value from this, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.